So here's some more examples of radical expressions that I want to put into simplest radical form. The square root of 12, and I remember the first step is I want to use a factor tree to find the prime factorization of 12. So 12 breaks down to 2 times 6, 6 is 2 times 3. So here's my prime factorization here. So square root of 12 is equal to the square root of 2, I'll write it like this, 2 times 2 times 3, or I could say the square root of 2 squared times 3. I want to pull out my perfect square factors underneath the radicals, so that 2 comes out here, and underneath the radical I'm left with 3. And that's my simplified radical form, my simplest radical form of square root of 12. The fourth root of 48. All right, again, I want to do a factor tree. So let's see, 48. Let's see, 48 is 2 times 24. 24 is 2 times 12. 12 is 2 times 6. 6 is 2 times 3. And here is my prime factorization of 48. So I've got 48 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, or 2 to the 4th power times 3. And again, I see I have a perfect fourth factor here that I can pull out from under the radical sign. So if I pull that out, then that becomes just 2 outside the radical. And under the radical, I have the fourth root of 3. So the fourth root of 48 is equal to 2 times the fourth root of 3. Example number 4. Now here I've got an algebraic expression. So again, I want to take this part of the radicand, the number part, and do a factor tree with it. So 18, let's see, that's 2 times 9. 9 is 3 times 3, so my prime factorization is 2 times 3 times 3. And since I am, let me write this like this, square root of 2 times 3 squared, since I'm looking for perfect square factors, times, now x cubed, I would like to also break that down into perfect square factors, so x cubed I can write as x squared times x. In other words, I pulled out a perfect square factor from x cubed, so I write x cubed as x squared times x. Here are my two perfect square factors, so I'm going to pull this one out, and I'm also going to pull this one out. So that's going to, let's see, 3 squared, if I pull that one out, that becomes 3. X squared, I pull that one out, that becomes x. And underneath my square root radical sign, I have 2x. And that is my simplest radical form for the square root of 18x cubed.